All right, well, the Senior Bowl announced a new title sponsor for the bowl game. Panini America is the new sponsor, and the Panini Senior Bowl will be played on Saturday, January 31st, 2026.
Well, the deal brings some new initiatives for the organization, and here to talk about it is the Executive Director, Drew Fabianich. Thank you so much for being here.
Well, pleasure to be here. I really am.
Let's talk about this new announcement. We've got a new Executive Director, a new brand deal. Talk about what this means for you all.
Well, I think that, as we talked about a little bit before the segment, the biggest part for me is they're sports related.
Yeah.
And, they're a global, memorabilia company that really specializes in cards. And, they started out as a small company and actually started out in soccer stickers, in Europe.
Right.
And then bought Don Ross baseball card company in Fort Worth. And that's how I heard about them first.
Wow.
Well, they took that and kind of ran with it.
Yeah.
And now they're one of the biggest card companies around the entire world. And they don't just do football. They do basketball, they do NHL, they do FIFA. I mean, they do pretty much a little piece of everything. And I even found out, through them that they contracted already 3,000 athletes already. And they're not even just active athletes. They're like retired Hall of Famers also.
Nice.
And they're also kind of delving into a little bit of the high school side of it a little bit.
Wow.
And the college side. So it's going to be a good partnership for both of us because we're acquiring players, and so are they.
Yeah, it's
Right.
a good fit. And
Yeah.
you mentioned with the college player, NIL is a big
Correct.
part of that. That's got to be a big boon to this company.
Well, I think that that's kind of a separate contract, but it does count as an NIL deal, as far as the colleges go, and depending on that Deloitte deal where, they're going to gauge what market value is, well, market value is going to be the same for cards throughout. So I think they're in a good spot too, but they'll also want their players to play in our game.
Right.
So I think
Very
that's,
smart.
like I said, it's a visibility thing for both of us, I think. And put it this way, I couldn't have found a better title sponsor at all, and they actually, were the practice sponsor before, and they saw the visibility, how it took off, the last couple of years. Well, they're the ones that wanted to jump into the title sponsor role.
That's awesome.
And I think it's a great fit for everybody.
And I think it's a testament to what you all are doing over at the Senior Bowl. Talk about the community initiatives that you all want to start having as well.
Well, we've already started that, and we do the donations for the high schools, and we also do the uniform drops. But Panini actually donated 2 large checks last night to Africa Town and to the Child Advocacy side, which they wanted to do. They said, we want to be part of this community, and my staff actually gave them a list. And they said, well, we'd like to do this, and we'd like to do this.
Wow.
And they're going to continue to do that because they see the importance with that too. And they want to be more identifiable within this city too. Instead of thinking it's Panini Pete's, right?
Who can't be unhappy with
That's
that.
right. They can't be free advertising, but they have to, they have to actually show, like I said, they have to show their brand.
Right.
Right.
And that's what they're trying to do too.
Well, we'll look forward to hearing much more about that throughout the next year as we head up to the next Senior Bowl in 2026. Drew Fabianich, thank you for being here. We appreciate it very much,
Appreciate
and good
your
luck
help.
to the Senior Bowl.
Thank you.